Thank you, Chloe. Well, 2 weeks after strong winds knocked out power for thousands of residents, families in the Salton Sea area still trying to recover, and one local organization is stepping in to help. Our Kamari Esquera has the story.
This is 4 or 5 minutes here, please. Thank you.
A community is trying to get back on their feet following a severe power outage due to extreme weather.
Ended up hurting my brother-in-law's motorhome, set it on fire, burnt to the ground. They lost all their clothes, all their medicine, all their everything. Then they get their house, they were going to be safe. And then what happened? The power goes out.
Some families were without power for nearly a week after gusty winds downed 76 IID power poles in the region on February 21st. IID announced via Twitter on February 28th that all power was restored to the remaining Salton Sea area, the last community to receive complete restoration. But by then, the damage was already done.
I have other friends that were 6 days without power, and that was really hard. They lost all their food. It was difficult. There was a lot of aid being given and Red Cross and stuff, but it still was a little bit too late, I think.
On Wednesday morning, Find Food Bank was on the ground distributing food to families in the area, something the organization does regularly, but was needed now more than ever.
I've been coming to the Find Food Bank for a while, and it helps a lot for those of us to try to make ends meet. We live out here because we don't make high incomes. Like, I'm a disabled veteran, and so this is one of the areas that I can actually afford to live in, but we still need help.
Hundreds of cars lined the streets outside of West Shores High School in Salton City. New and familiar faces were greeted with smiles and even some dancing as their trunks were loaded up with disaster relief boxes filled with fresh produce and other non-perishable goods.
There's real people, real lives impacted out here. And this is one of those areas that's a food desert. And that's a food desert is where there's no grocery store or fresh produce available within 2 miles. And so this distribution, folks really rely on it.
It's awesome. It's wonderful. I'm glad that you guys provide help for us.
Kamari Esquera, NBC Palm Springs, News First.
Now, this is the second food distribution by Find Food Bank for families in the Salton Sea area following those outages. About 2,500 residents in the region were impacted by that storm system.